Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's lit, and this is the mini map. This is the mini map. This is Champs Day 1, June 26th, and we got our bracket right here. I'm gonna be doing my bracket prediction and see who's gonna win in the winners round, make it to elims, and then uh, hopefully this will be an exciting weekend. This is my first stream, and I'm really looking forward to this journey. So I'm gonna do my best to bring the highest of quality in every video. And yeah, let's just get started. So obviously we can see the matchups here. They start for me at 3 p.m. I'm in East Coast, but I think there's actually like a pick 'em. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. So prediction insights. Essentially, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to give you a little bit of insight and help you make your best statistic guess. Statistically, you know, not just which team you support, which by all means go ahead. Pick your Toronto Ultra, the home morgue who's hosting this tournament as your um, hosting this tournament to be your favorite. But let me fix something real quick. Yes. So I got some High School Musical stuck in my head. Let's see. That should help. Okay. Uh, Pretty much. Let's move on, and I guess we can get some points. This is my first time doing the pick'em. Uh, Double boost points. And I'm definitely a little bit too late to this, but it's whatever. Um, let's see. We have our championship bracket. Um, this is not where I want to be. How do we go back? There we go. Do I just click and drag or? Well, Los Angeles, Los Angeles Thieves coming from a pretty solid Major Four. They won the whole thing. They went through a few trials, and um, there's some tough maps. And overall, the players are super solid. Um, Ghosty, I would say, has his rain or shine moments as an AR, and he flexes every once in a while, which is really important. Um, I love his gameplay, and we got to get into the next AR to scrap. He's there MVP. He worked really hard, and he's been killing it in every map. He does his best. As the ARs, they do super well, and I gotta say, I'm not too sure exactly how they match up against Boston Breach's ARs. Pretty sure, um, who is it? It's gonna be Awakening, and so we got Snoopy, Purge, Awakening. Who am I missing? Snoopy, Purge, Awakening, and Cammy. Wait, right, Cammy. Cammy and Awakening as the ARs. I mean, they're pretty experienced. They've had a lot of time in the league. They've been playing in the league, and to match up against the subs on the Thieves, they pretty much demolish Boston's ARs every time. Um, Envoy, Awakening is great, and he does his thing on the maps every time. And I know my input sounds pretty freaking stupid right now, but I guess overall, I think the subs just create too many problems for Boston's ARs. We got Snoopy, who is really doing his own thing. He's playing OBJ, and he's also has great slaying power, and he knows when to play his life and when to rat. And Purge, I think he's great at getting two pieces and such. But I don't think he does as well objectively as um, Envoy and Scrap. So I think that I have to take a good 3-0 Thieves. But you see, I don't know how am I just like slow? Like, I'm pretty sure I need to log in. That makes a lot of sense. This real quick. Sorry, I need to make a nut. I guess. Here we go. 3-0. Boston possibly getting skunked. I mean, I could see them winning a search, but I think that these are just overpowering. They might make this first round really quick. The next matchup we have Vancouver Surge and Heretics. Let me backtrack a little bit. I'd actually like to see the matchup between Thieves and Breach on LAN. I know Breach are a great team online, but they just don't have the best slang when it comes to playing LAN, and just like to see. Okay, pretty much I'm using Wikipedia. I don't know how reliable this is. I also have the breaking point GG, but to figure out like see, I'd love to see their matchup. Just against the Thieves. Oh, I'm an idiot. Here we go. Let's see, they've played them once, twice, 3 times, 4. So they played 4 times. The most recent being just a month ago. And I actually don't know when that was. Was that? See, this is where this comes in handy. So I have major bracket, Thieves. Okay, major 1, Breach played phase. Major 1, Breach played phase, got knocked out, got sent to the losers bracket. They don't actually play. They don't make it out. So they lose to Cloud9. Let's go to the Optic Texas Major. So they play here, and Breach actually win 3-1. This was Thieves' second place finish. No, they get fourth here. Wait, no, they get 1. Yeah, they get fourth here. But they do end up playing, and I'd like to see the match details. Actually, that's what I was trying to do. Have this here. So we see this was March 20th. We can go back. So then these must have been regulars. This must have been a regular season qualifier. This is the first time they play each other on LAN. And yeah, I mean they got great slaying power. I guess I can just go a little bit quicker, but this is like my real analysis. I got them playing well. The search is where I was focused on, and I'm definitely seeing Breach do a good job in search against them. Let's see, they got Okay, so they lost in control, but they won in the hard point and the search. So it must have been hard point, search, control, hard point, right? And we'll probably see the Hasi maps again today. But yeah, this is their first time playing, so I'm not gonna. That was a while ago. And then the most recent time they played you know, in June. Now this might be hard to watch, but hope y'all just endure with me. I'm just doing my thinking, and this is how I'm figuring things out logistically. We're getting back into it, back into the bracket. So, they beat Thieves, go on to lose the Surge. Thieves come back in the losers bracket, right? Nothing surprising about this matchup. I'm trying to remember how it went down. So this one went down to time. Oh, and then it's just scrappy card, Hydra card, Hydrienda type shit. And yeah, this is a pretty dominant matchup. But Thieves do come back. They do not see Breach again in this tournament. They go second. This is when they get. Yeah, they lose. Okay, yeah, this is the same tournament. Let's go on to pretty convincing win in the Miami Heretics Major 3. Lose to Surge, and they ended up going into the losers bracket, after winning one in the winners bracket. They make it to round 3 Saturday, and Ultra are convincingly one of the best teams, definitely, with Mercules joining, picking up for Beans. It was a crazy matchup, crazy tournament, but Breach ultimately find the win. Ultra find the win over Breach. And I'm not saying they did bad over Lamb, but it wasn't too hard to beat Optic as a pro team in this major. I think they were going through their complications. Was this the Hook? No, this must have been the Shotzi, Dashi, Pred, and Kenny. Major 4. No, that was Major 2. This is Hook. No, this is Pred. Let me make sure. They're Major 3. So Major 3 was April 4th. This will tell us everything. No, this, okay, I'm tripping. I'm on Mars. This one they had, okay. Oh God, this stream is going pretty interesting. Yeah, my COD knowledge is not the greatest, but I'm doing my best. And I'm seeing, so okay, this Major 3. So Toronto was the This was okay. This is the um, Modern Warfare 3 ring team. Uh, this and then Major 2. That was the Major 2 is Shotzi, Dashi, Skies, and Hook. No, it was. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Major 1, they have Hook. Major 2, they have Pred, running back the ring team. Major, oh, that's the minor. So Major 2, let's go back to the predictions. Oh, Lord. Um, yeah, I'm going 3-0. These. Next matchup, Surge Heretics. I mean, slaying power with Heretics is pretty undeniable. They can't miss. They miss very few shots, and with Super, he's definitely trying to play Thieves again. The whole team, Rancor, they all want to play Thieves again, and I think Real Metals, they're not the greatest. They didn't. They started off the season a lot greater than how they're playing right now, but it's not undermining the fact that they're still playing great COD as a team. So I think they might have to take this one over Surge. I know Nep, and so they got Nep. They got Nep, 04, Booza, and Nasty. And be honest, I think Nasty's doing big. He makes big plays, but he's similar to Ghosty, where he has his, he got his highs and lows. So you might have to. This one definitely gonna go down as a nail biter. Surge winning map 1. Heretics winning map 2. Search, I think they're just a lot stronger. Control, I think they're a lot stronger as well. Just more uniform. Hardpoint, it might be a 3-1, I gotta say, because I think Heretics are definitely trying to get back in the running and play against Thieves, but not doubting Surge. They're still a great team, but I think it'll be a 3-1. I'm going on to the next bracket. We got the almighty FaZe versus our the favorites, the Optic Texas. And with the roster change, adding Merc, they did a lot of great things in the most recent in their recent games. I gotta say though that FaZe have done a great job staying and playing the uniform OBJ. Their slaying power hasn't gone up as tremendously as it used to. Cell is probably my favorite when it comes to their top fragging, but Optic have really done some great things recently. I know that they worked really hard on adjusting their flaws, and I'm sure they're working on VOD, but I don't know if they can actually bring it all together. I think they have some impulsive plays, and They do a lot, and sometimes they'll ego and just like kind of scam every once in a while. FaZe, they're less known to do that, but when they do, it's when they typically, it's like a upset in my opinion whenever they do scam. Um, it's like out of character. I do gotta say though that Optic have done really well. They're pretty solid. I think they're taking the hard point. Um, they might take this. They might take this first search, and then I think FaZe are definitely bouncing back. They're not gonna let it go that easy. So they'll take the control because, I mean, Texas. I mean, they're pretty good at control, but uh, FaZe they know what they're doing. I think you'll be on the elevator. Go to map 5. I think Texas are taking this one. Next we got Ultra and Carolina Ravens. So again, this is a good matchup as well. But I think with Toronto slaying power, Joe Deceives, they got Kleenex doing great. Just a great sub combo. I do have to favor them. I think this will be a 3-0. I can see Carolina taking one away, and I'd like to see it go to 4 maps, but I think this is a 3-0. Um, yeah, I'm just not convinced on Carolina's team. I think they picked up Dylan Rex. Of course, I don't know him like that, but that's what I know him as Dylan Rex. But he's doing great things still. I think they're a little bit underrated, definitely underrated, but it's hard for them to make their run when it's hard. I think it'll be harder for them to make a run against a team who's been playing together all season. Um, I got a lot of respect for Gwen and TJ Hallie. Um, they do a lot when it comes to search. I think Slasher is a great component too, but Toronto is ultimately just the top team. Um, and I guess I'll go into the Elim bracket before I make it to winners round 2. This one will be pretty convincing to me. I think they'll lose the hard point, but then they come back in search. They come back in control. Then I think they win 3-1. But we'll see. FaZe taking this one. Think they lose the hard point, but then they don't lose the hard point. I think they're making it all the way through. Winners round 2. Thieves Heretics. We know how this goes. It's going back and forth. I'm seeing Thieves coming out on top. They're just definitely too dominant. Wish I could watch all these matches in one day, but we got this rematch. I know Texas Optic, they took the dub last time they played, so I'm gonna have to go with them in favor. Not sure who does better on what maps because they have great slaying. I think it'll be tough. I'm pretty sure Ultra are gonna come out on top though. Um, I don't think they're losing that one to Optics. This one we got Optic and Surge. Be a good one for sure. We've seen this Surge typically win, but with this new roster, taking 3-1, Surge winning the first hard point. And this is a great matchup as well, I think. We've seen this before. We saw the last Hacienda 250 to 249. That one was insane. I don't think FaZe are letting that happen again, but Heretics are also too good to be losing. FaZe, though, they might just come out on top. I think it might be a map 5, if not 3-1. Here, I mean, if I did have a favorite, it'd be the Thieves. I think they're just too dominant. Definitely winning in a good fashion, 3-1. back to this Optic phase. I think phase will probably learn from their mistakes, but um, everyone wants to see Optic win. I see phase winning, but Optic, I think they're coming out hot. And then I guess it all depends up on this matchup, this first winners round one bracket two, how Atlanta does. Um, to me, I think they're still such a solid team, but uh, Mercury's bringing some guidance. I think he might just have the ego to win it all for them um, as long as Shotzi doesn't, um, if he plays a little more disciplined, they're winning. Same here. FaZe are pretty well known to be good at playing their lives, but Hook is doing great as a sub. Timing, I think he plays a little bit independent, while Shotzi, he tries to play with the team, but it's not always the case. He does go rogue, and that's when they do mess up. I see that happening a few times, so I might have to say this going to game 5, map 5, around 11 type dealio. Before we make it to the winners, I got thieves going all the way through, but this one will be a tough matchup. I feel like they'll meet again. If not, Surge are gonna make it through, beat Texas, and then Texas lose to FaZe. FaZe will beat Surge, and then, but yeah, I have Texas going through because I think the way the team is performing right now, they're not scamming this time. Those champs, if they do, they're scamming in the first round, match 1. But if they don't, then they make it all the way through. And we got to have Ultra taking at least a couple maps. See, now this is where I see them scamming here, though. Like, I think they're not great at playing hard at search. I think I'll make it to map 5. I'm being optimistic on maps here. This could go a lot faster than what I'm predicting. But here's what I'm seeing in the future. I'm seeing these maps going a little bit longer, stretching the distance. And for this one, I do have Toronto making it out. I think Kleenex is a really smart player. He helps with Joe Deceive's slaying power. And Beans' AR, he's not missing. They got Insight, who's just a great player as well. AR, pushing and just being a nuisance down every single line of sight, cutting off angles. And if he's not getting the kill, he's picking up the read. And then that's where Joe comes in. I have them beating Texas. And then finally into the grand finals. This one will be pretty convincing to me. What is it? I thought it was best of 7, best of 9, I guess. They need 4 wins. So okay, they need 5 wins. I guess this is a match. This is a match point. This is champs. I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing it go close, but it's pretty hard to beat the Thieves. That's my pick 'em. Save my predictions, submitting them. And game started about hour and 45. Excited to watch. I appreciate y'all for checking out the short stream. Definitely just figuring this out. How to do this whole YouTube, Call of Duty content. I really want to make an impact. I think that there's a lot of potential for content and for the players. I think that there could be some structural changes, some groundwork changes, and that's not up to me, but I want to at least be in the scene I want to make content that's undeniably good, and I know my history is a little, it's not the sharpest. I'd say I definitely have a lot better game sense than I do knowledge of the actual history. But yeah, thank you for watching. Um, Definitely try and wrap and like edit this up into something easier to watch. I know the streams aren't as easy to watch because I know definitely working on um, I'm definitely working on my voice and how I can portray myself. I want to be professional as possible, and I want to provide good analysis. I want to be here for all the highs and lows of Call of Duty. I committed a lot of time, and I've been watching, and I've been trying to stay consistent and stay up to date. So I appreciate y'all. This would mean a lot if anybody would check this out. I know I'm out here doing this on my own, but yeah, if you like the video, if you think some of my picks are good, some of them are bad, please put it in the comments below. Tell me what y'all thinking. And yeah, please drop a like, hit the subscribe button if you think that I'm out here making a difference. And if you don't, then, you know, click the next video. But I'm out here, I'm trying my best. And you're going to see me out here one day. I'm going to make a difference. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to continue to come out with this content. I know I might sound awkward and I might be difficult to listen to, but, you know, I don't think that. I know that I'm going to make a difference. I know that I'm going to get better. My communication is going to get better. My insight, my analysis, my knowledge on the CDL, the pro scene, it'll all improve. And yeah, hopefully my bracket doesn't do too bad. I'm really banking on Optic to make it out of round one in the winners bracket. Yeah, I don't see them beating Toronto though twice. So yeah, I do gotta say, this is a brutal bracket for all you Optic fans. I grew up watching Optic, so it's not easy seeing, you know, the first couple majors, the season, their 0-18 streak. They were really that team, like the Pistons, you know. But different story here. Their history is a lot better than that 0-18 team. So I think that there's a lot to look forward to this weekend. Of course, I wish I could be there, but yeah, these coming out hot. I think they're getting a three-peat, Major 3, Major 4 champs, going all the way into, you know, this final weekend of Call of Duty CDL, you know, before EWC. So yeah, hopefully I get that perfect bracket. Y'all gonna see that I know game. And thank y'all very much for watching. Please, if you have any recommendations, if there's anything you'd like to hear from me, please let me know. I'm trying to make a difference in the scene, and the league's gone a little bit cold, so we're here to spark it back to life, and we're doing it one map at a time. Thank you for watching and listening to the mini map, and I'll catch you on the next one.